Today, let us learn about deficiency diseases. Okay, now these deficiency diseases are, a type of non-communicable diseases which we have already learned, right? So, non-communicable diseases are those which are not passed on or transmitted from one person to another. Okay, so like there can be heart diseases, or there can be diabetes, then rickets. All these are not transmitted from one person to another. And amongst these non-communicable diseases, one of them is the deficiency diseases, which occur due to deficiency of any of the nutrients in our body, that is the carbohydrates, the proteins, the fats, the vitamins, and the minerals. All right, so let us learn about some of the deficiency diseases. Now you can see a picture here. This is a boy, right, a child who is suffering from a disease called marasmus. This disease occurs due to the deficiency of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Okay, usually in children. All right, and when a person or a child suffers from marasmus, he or she loses weight, then the ribs become visible, all right, and sometimes they also suffer from diarrhea. All right, now here is a picture of a child suffering from another disease. You can see his abdomen is swollen. So this is a condition which is called, or disease called, kwashiorkor, right? And this disease occurs due to deficiency of proteins. Okay, and when a person or a child suffers from kwashiorkor, he or she has a swollen abdomen, and the legs also become very thin. All right, now see, there is an image where you see two hands. One is reddish and the other is very pale. So this is, of two people. One of them, the one who has the pale hand, is suffering from a disease called anemia, where the adequate amount of blood cells are not, or blood is not produced in the body, and this happens due to deficiency of iron in the body of these people, right? So when there is deficiency of iron, they suffer from anemia. Okay, now the skin becomes pale and there is weakness, fatigue. All right, they become tired very quickly. Okay, so this is due to the deficiency of iron. And iron is a very important component of hemoglobin, right, which is required for carrying oxygen in our body, isn't it? And present in the RBCs. You have already studied about all this, right? So this is anemia. Okay, the next, see, the neck of this lady is all swollen. This is a disease called goiter, and it happens due to the deficiency of a mineral called iodine, right? Now, so the thyroid gland, which is present in the neck of a person, gets swollen when there is deficiency of iron in the body of that person. Sorry, it's iodine, not iron. All right, now you see the teeth of this person. It looks very damaged, right? And so see, this is a condition where, due to deficiency of calcium and phosphorus, the bones and the teeth do not develop properly. Okay, so we need to have the right amount of different minerals in our diet. Okay, now see, this is a disease which is caused due to the deficiency of a vitamin, and this disease is called night blindness, right? It occurs due to the deficiency of vitamin A. Okay, you can see before that person suffered from night blindness, see the the pupil, the eyes, the iris. You can see the eye of the person before and after he or she started suffering from night blindness. Okay, so this occurs, that is, this disease, this deficiency disease of night blindness occurs when there is deficiency of vitamin A. All right, and the person is not able to see in dim light. Okay, now there's another disease called beriberi, which occurs due to the deficiency of vitamin B1, right? You can see the symptoms of beriberi. There are patches on the hands and legs of the person. okay, and the skin becomes very dry, the person becomes weak, okay, and the muscles as well as the nervous system do not work properly, okay. There is very poor nervous coordination and the muscles also become very weak. Now, this is a disease which is called scurvy, and it occurs due to the deficiency of vitamin C, right? And the gums and the of the person swells and starts bleeding. All right. So we should have enough citrus fruits, right, to have this vitamin C. Then this is a disease which is called rickets, and it occurs due to the deficiency of vitamin D, right? The legs of a person or a child, usually it becomes bent, okay, these become bent, and even the backbone or the spine also sometimes bends, right? And the bones become very soft, okay. So, to prevent all these different deficiency diseases that we discussed today, we should have a balanced diet with all the nutrients in the right amount, to prevent all these deficiency diseases.